Lions TV, we are sponsored by Regal Elevators and Lifts Consultants Limited, a company that is owned and operated by a Millwall fan, just like every single one of the sponsors you can see in and around my grid. If you are going to do a bit of business, then please keep it in the Millwall family by checking out all of our sponsors' website links in the description below. This is your post-match analysis video for Saturday's 2-1 defeat against Reading at the Madjeski Stadium. Gary Rowett's first managerial defeat as Millwall manager. We are still to get off the mark away from home this season, but I'm still smiling because I'm telling you good things are coming under Gary the Gapper. Let's start out by taking a look at the 11 that he picked to start the match. So as expected, it was an unchanged side from the team that beat Stoke last Saturday. As I said, no reason to change it, no need to change it. I'm sure a few changes may come in time for Charlton this Saturday at the Den. But before we get into that, let's delve into Saturday's game. Yeah, as I said, there was no need to change the 11. I didn't feel maybe only Fergie for Mahoney, and I think that change is now coming as Ferguson was dragged at half-time. We started the game very well. Things I've noticed from Saturday, slight criticisms I've got. I don't think, as much as I enjoy the three-man midfield, and as much as I enjoy Williams, Mahoney both being in there, I think it's too defensive with those two both playing. I think you've got a back four in front of Bulkowski, whose save, by the way, was absolutely breathtaking. One of the best saves I've ever seen from the corner, but I'll get into that later on. Yeah, you've got your back four there, and I feel that you only really need, if you're having a central midfield three, I feel you only really need one of those to protect the back four. The other two I'd like to see bombing a lot more and our wingers play a lot higher, if possible. If you're under pressure, I understand your wingers can't play higher, but yeah, some people may feel that's harsh on Williams and Malumbi. It's not a massive criticism, it's just something that I feel could be tweaked slightly. And again, by bringing Jed central, where I feel he'd thrive even more, if possible, than he already is thriving, despite his distribution at times on Saturday. Yeah, I know Williams will be your playmaker. He'll be distributing the ball, and Malumbi will go chasing and break up play. But I just feel they're both quite defensive-minded, and I just feel Jed in behind with Thompson alongside either Williams or Malumbi, don't mind which one. I feel that could work a lot better. The game started out, and we started well. Sean Williams winning 50-50 tackles is something I don't think I've ever seen from the wand. We kept the ball well, we retained the ball well. I will say it, and I might get shit. Some of our fans would drive me up the fucking wall on Saturday, and I'm sure that I drive you up the wall at times. Actually, in fact, I know I do. But we've been complaining about direct ball, or I hate the term as a lot of our fans call it, hoofball. I don't know what hoofball ever is, but it's a lot of term. It's a term that a lot of people like to use. We've all been moaning like fuck under Neil Harris. Stop this long ball, stop this direct ball, stop this hoofball. Call it what you will, we all know what we're talking about. And then on Saturday, when we start retaining the ball and keeping the ball, the centre halves have got it. Instead of shipping a long diag to someone who's not even there, they move it across the back line because they're trying to keep moving it across the back line until they find the right pass. As you move it across the line, the opposition will shuffle across, they'll move, and you might find that gap that wouldn't have been there first time. It's the way to play football. It's definitely the way forward for all football, I feel, especially our club. And people moaning, fucking get it up there. So listen, you can't have it both ways. You either want to play football and keep the ball and take our time with it and pick our right passes, or you go back to playing long ball. The team and the manager and the previous manager, no one can win in that situation. You either want to play direct or you want to play possession football. Ironically, we played possession football Saturday and Reading played direct, but they was very, very good with their direct play and their final balls into the box, and they took their chances. As I said, first 10-15 minutes we was competing, we was the better side. As I said, we was retaining the ball, and then Reading had 2 or 3 very quick consecutive chances, a long throw into the box, I remember, a chance, a shot, and yeah, they got their breakthrough. Ball comes in, goes out. We did like to play very compact defending under Neil Harris, and so I know I keep saying let's not mention Neil Harris no more, but we've got to compare his sides now to Gary Rowett's sides. It goes out, cleared away momentarily, and it's a great shot, it's a great goal. For me, Bulkowski can do nothing about that. It comes through a body of players, it goes across him, it goes into the very far corner. A few people on the day, I think Danny from one of the interviews was saying it was Bulkowski was at fault, but not for me. But yeah, the defenders, I don't know whether that's right back or right midfield, but someone's got to get out there, or even just be aware that he's on the back post. You don't have to go and mark it, but be aware that he's out there having a little cheat up, hanging around towards the edge of the box. And poor marking, poor defending, call it what you will, but it's a good finish and it's 1-0. And then after that, they had the bar. Bolkowski had the one where it zipped up and hit him. We fumbled it, but he made a good recovery and they cleared it wide from the resulting corner. Bolkowski, as I said, makes one of the best saves I've fucking ever seen. And then they get the second, they get the breakthrough, we give it away on the left. We are looking, unfortunately, I'm sorry to say it, very weak down the left. Murray Wallace and Shane Ferguson. As I said, good players for Millwall. They have been okay players. Murray Wallace has been quite half decent. Fergie's been okay. Their squad players are best realistically in the Championship. Nothing against those boys. They do the job they need to do and they do their best. But Fergie never used to do his best, actually, in my opinion. But now he does. They're okay. They're not bad players to have. But you're going to get undone against the better sides and the more attacking sides in this division. And our left-hand side, as much as I moan about our right-hand side with Jed and Romeo, they are both very good, technically good and capable of playing at this level. On our left-hand side, not so much. And for me, Mahoney's got to come in and get a start. Still needs a bit of rocket up his arse, but he's a good player, and you can see that technically. And he's just got a bit more about him on the pitch. I feel a bit more of an aura. I feel more safe with him on the pitch. But in the long term, I think Rowett's going to be looking for a left back without doubt. We give it away, as I said, over by that left-hand touchline near the dugout, so the gaffer would have got a very good view of that. And then a few people blamed Marlon Romeo for a second, said he didn't do either or, and Sean Hutchinson was giving him a little bit of bollocking afterwards. But I think Marlon tracked back, didn't want to bring him down the edge of the box because it's difficult to score from them sort of areas and that far out. But that's exactly what Baldock does. I'm still unsure if it took a deflection or it didn't. Either way, it's nestled in the top corner, and it's two very good finishes from Reading. We didn't stop giving the ball away after the first 15 minutes. We couldn't keep possession. As I said, with Williams and Malumbi both quite deep, Tom Bradshaw was very, very isolated. And if Tom Bradshaw doesn't get the opportunity to shoot, he can't score. If we give Tom Bradshaw the opportunity to shoot, we know he will score. He's lethal in and around that box. But again, it must have been a very frustrating day at the office for Tom Bradshaw. The wingers, as I said, didn't feel they get close enough to Bradshaw. I don't feel that Ferguson's attack-minded enough. I don't feel he's got the confidence in the final third to try and take people on and join in and score goals. We need that. Jed's distribution, I'm going to say it, and people might get on my bollocks because I've seen the stats and I've seen what he does. But if I could happily take a 90-minute playback of that game and cut the clips myself, if the club would like to give it to me, which I know they won't. Jed gave the ball away 9 times in that game, literally pass it off the pitch, conceded possession, 3 in a row after about 30 seconds. But listen, he is our main man. He's our go-to man. I do know that. And if he completed every pass, I'd honestly go as far as say if Jed completed every pass he was supposed to, he'd probably be playing in the Premier League. I know it might be a bold statement, but that's why he plays for all, because his passing average isn't fantastic. He kept kicking the ball off the pitch, and I put an away day out either before this or after. It might go just before. So, and I'm commenting at the time watching him kick it off the pitch. So it happened. It definitely happened. But as I said, Jed is our go-to man, and he has to be on the pitch at all times. For me, right in behind Bradshaw, so he can press higher, get the wingers higher. I'd still be very interested in looking at Scalak coming back into the side on the right, with Mahoney on the left, and then Thompson and Malumbi or Williams just behind. That will make us more attack-minded. We had no one within 20, 30 yards of Bradshaw on Saturday, and it showed. We couldn't relieve the pressure. We couldn't get the ball up to him so he could make it stick and join in and get our team higher. And it was just constant pressure on the back four. And as a result, we go in 2-0 down at half-time. Let's be honest, it probably could have been 4 or 5. So I've got no qualms about Reading getting the victory. The dad bod, John Daddy Budvarcionio, come on at half-time. Obviously, he was warming up on the pitch at half-time against his former club. He does show nice touches and little flashes of quality. But for me, all round, not good enough, not pacey enough, not sharp enough, not a target man, not a goal poacher. Not really a striker. I mean, he's hit that overhead quick kick that was sensational. But for me, not good enough for this division, unfortunately. He'd be a fantastic League One player. And I will stick by my statement in pre-season. Him and Matt Smith won't get 10 goals between them. But listen, Budvarson come on, he worked hard. Again, it was an uphill struggle. And we didn't get going for the first 10 or 15 minutes of the second half. But when we did get going, we stuck it on them without great real... we had a lot of possession, but without any clear-cut chances. And it's going to take time. It's going to take time to get there. Obviously, we get back in the game for an absolute worldie of a goal from Jed Wallace. And listen, as I said, for all the criticism I give Jed, it's because I expect levels this big from Jed. I don't expect levels this big from everyone. From everyone else, I expect this, but from Jed, I expect this, and that's me praising Jed. That's me. My harshness at times on Jed is me, saying without actually saying it that I know how good he is and what he's capable of, and he is, as I say, he's our go-to man. He's our main man. But So if people think I'm digging him out for the wrong reasons, I'm not expecting these sort of performances from Shane Ferguson. I'm not expecting these sort of performances from anyone else really in our side, other than Tom Bradshaw. I think they're our two main men at the minute. And if I seem harsh on Jed, it's tough love, Jed. That's what it is, mate. It's tough love. It's nothing else. Because I'll leave that there anyway. But fantastic goal. Gets us back in the game. There's still half an hour left. We brought other players on. We brought Matt Smith on. Not going to say too much about it. Harris bought him, and Harris bought him, I think, as his long-term Steve Morrison, and it proves that, the Harris way had to go, because Matt Smith is no one's main man. He can come and play a bit part and try and get on the end of things, but he's not very mobile. Some fans like calling him Matt Stiff. I didn't start that rumour. He's 6'7". I definitely wouldn't say it to his face. But he's all right to bring on as an impact sub. He didn't have the impact we desired, but that wasn't down to him. We didn't get great balls into the box, and if we did, it was sort of bobbling around, weren't really falling for us. Conor Mahoney came on. We kept getting the ball and looking to get it out wide left when we was pressing them for the equaliser. There was no one on the left. And then I said, look, Mahoney's coming on. That'll be good. But then he put Mahoney on the right. Mahoney's a difficult one. I'm not sure if the new gaffer's oversold on him. I don't know. I'm thinking now that, with Ferguson getting yanked after 60 minutes against Stoke, and now Ferguson getting yanked at half-time, surely for me now said Mahoney's got to come in. I keep calling Mahoney Malumbi, Mahoney, but you know what I mean, hopefully. So we huffed and we puffed, but we couldn't break down the Reading rear guard. And on reflection, I'll be honest, it's probably a fair result. My pre-match prediction of same formation, same team, same result. Someone quoted that and just put same shit. So I don't know if it's all about me talking shit or the performance was shit. But either way, I suppose you was right. I think new manager comes in and he gets you there straight away. And as I said, it's human nature. It's easy to jump on the bandwagon and Rowett's going to do this and Rowett's going to do that. But Gary the gaffer will have his work cut out. He would have known that before he turned up, and obviously now he's stuck with the players he's got until January. I'm not saying stuck, but he will want players to play a certain way. As I said, Matt Smith's not going to play on a footballing side. A few other players in that team are not going to play on footballing sides. He will have players he want to bring in, and it will be interesting to see, one, how much the ball give him for players in January, and two, the contacts he's got as a player and a manager throughout his career with a lot of Midlands clubs who he can bring in. So that will be interesting to see, but at times, it wasn't great Saturday, but it's not going to happen overnight. I think the Rowett result against his old club Stoke may have given us a little bit of false hope. Me, not so much. I'll jump on a bandwagon and try and build it up a bit, obviously for the purposes of the channel. But he's got a lot of work to do, Gary the gaffer, and it's an uphill struggle for him. And as I said, Stoke had a lot of money to spend. He's not going to have that here, so it will be interesting to see what resources he can call on. England lost the rugby. Millwall lost. My mate who took me to Millwall on Saturday, when I watched him Sunday morning, they lost, and then my team lost on the pitch after that. So 4 defeats for 4 teams that I follow this weekend. So hopefully that's all the defeats out of the way, and then next Saturday's the big one, and at home to Cholton. Let's not lie, some people say Cholton ain't worth talking about, and they're not until they beat us, and they haven't beat us for 20-something years, 23 years. So hopefully let's keep that run going. That's your lot for this post-match analysis. I wasn't too downtrodden, really, about the result Saturday. As I said, I know the gaffer's got a lot of work to do, and at times, the biggest change I can see from Rowett is he wants to retain the ball. And for me, that's a positive start. So let's put Saturday to bed. We deserve to lose, in my opinion, on the majority. Reading were a very effective side. They're doing well under their new manager, and hopefully we can start picking up more results under our new manager, starting this Saturday against the fucking train spotters at the Den. It is a sellout. I will see you there. But before that, I'll see you Thursday, maybe, for a pre-match prediction. You'll get it Thursday. I might have to film it Wednesday because of one of the biggest Lions lounges of all time this week. Fingers crossed it comes off. See you later during the week. I'll see you during the week. That would have made more sense. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.